Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for our experience at 3 signature dining locations aboard the MSC Seashore. This is our first time we've ever sailed on this specific ship, and we had a great experience at each of the restaurants. We did the steakhouse, the sushi restaurant, and their seafood restaurant. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed because we have another video from this sailing coming up soon. Welcome to our first signature dining on MSC for the MSC Seashore. They seated us at a great table next to the window. We can see the ocean, and it's actually good lighting. It's perfect lighting to show you guys what we're having. And everyone has been super kind. We do have to say thank you to MSC because we did pay for this cruise that we're on. However, I let MSC know that we were coming, and they said, well, can we do premium dining for you or signature dining for you for 3 nights? And I said, sure, why not? So thank you, MSC, for providing us with the signature dining on this sailing. So this is Butcher's Cut. This is the steakhouse. And I think this is the first time that we've ever had a sommelier come over and talk to us on a cruise ship. We're not going to drink tonight. We're skipping cocktails or wine. But anyway, we placed our order. Our server is fantastic. Assistant server is fantastic. And we're waiting for our food. I got the New York strip. TJ got the surf and turf. We also have apps included too that we'll show you, and dessert. So I can't wait for the food to come.
I'll also mention a little bit about the atmosphere in here. It's low lighting, so it's a little bit more intimate, and it's the music's pretty low, so it's pretty quiet, which is nice. And then I'll also mention about the host. Before we even got to the door, he came over and he kind of spotted us from afar and said, "Are you in room 15013?" And we're like, "Yes." And he's like, "Oh, for Butcher's Cut, right this way." And it was kind of a small touch that went a long way.
But I think that's because they know who we are.
That might be the case. They might know who we are. But if they didn't, I think that's a really nice touch. Aside from even because they know who we are, that's a very nice touch. It made us feel a little special to come all the way across the ship almost before we even got to the door.
But it says a lot about service. Even if they do know, it says a lot.
Yes, it says a lot about the service for them to walk us all the way from over there to the table and say that they gave us this really nice table. So that was a unique touch.
Let's talk about appetizers. I had the jumbo shrimp. I really liked it. I got 5 of them, and they were both very big. I got 2 bites out of each of them. The sauces they came with were fantastic, so good start for me. And TJ got the crab cake.
Yes, so I got the crab cake, which was a jumbo crab cake with a Cajun remoulade sauce that came with it. It was okay. It wasn't anything amazing, but it wasn't bad. I think what threw me off was the crust that was covering all of it. It kind of was a little off-putting. For me, just the amount of crunch that came with it, it was a little bit too much. I thought I was like maybe eating shells. But the actual crab itself, the jumbo crab itself, was very good. It was tasteful. Wasn't super like seafoody, if that's even a word, but still good, so good. So I'm not mad at it.
We've had our entrees, and I am full. My New York strip was very good. 14 ounces felt like more than that because I still have some left. I'm not going to finish it. Very good, not too fatty. All the sauces were good. Sides were delicious. I'm not going to be able to finish my baked potato or the asparagus. But so far, everything has been really great. The service has been fantastic. And I'm trying to save room for dessert. So keeping that in mind, I'm stopping eating my entree to save room for dessert. And let's hear from TJ about his surf and turf.
My surf and turf, the lobster tail and the filet mignon. I'll start with the filet mignon. That's one of the best ones I've had in such a long time. It was cooked to perfection, and I'm just going to leave it at that because it was that good. The lobster tail, on the other hand, lacked, like, honestly, any flavor, minus the fact that it was on, like, the grill. That's the only flavor that I got from it. So I paired it with the sauces that we had just to give it any flavor. And then my two sides, the mashed potatoes and the cream of spinach, they were good. They were good. It's funny enough, the mashed potatoes, I guess they had nutmeg in it, because I'm like, why does this taste like Christmas? And that's what that reminded me of. But overall, my entree was very good.
What did you think of our lava cake?
I thought it was good.
Me too.
Very good. Yeah, very tasty.
Lava cake is hard. Like, and this lava cake to do, I mean, and this lava cake was like very liquidy and gooey in the middle, like the perfect consistency of like lava.
Yeah.
So I thought it was, and I thought it was good. The chocolate was not too sweet. It was a dark chocolate taste.
Very nice.
It was very nice. So overall, I thought the Butcher's Cut was a great signature dining experience here. Why would you do this, or why would you book this? I think one of a few reasons. I think it gives you kind of a more intimate experience than the dining room. So if you're looking to get away from like
the noise,
maybe the noise. There was a couple kids in there, but not too many.
Nothing rowdy.
Right. So you're not going to find too many kids in there. So that's another reason if you're looking to maybe avoid kids around.
Another was I would say the service. It's a little like, there's more unique touches there.
Yeah, I think overall it's just kind of a nice like date night kind of experience. And the dining room, not to say that can, but you're going to be, if you're just two people, you're going to be seated with potentially another couple or several other couples. So if you're looking to just have an intimate night, the Butcher's Cut is a great option.
I second that.
So that's our first signature dining. Tomorrow night we are doing the sushi restaurant, and they serve the sushi on a conveyor belt. And I think it might be the first conveyor belt sushi at sea, I believe.
Might be, yeah.
So
we'll see you then.
See you tomorrow night. Good evening. We're at our second evening of the signature dining here on MSC Seashore. And we're doing Kaito Sushi. So not the hibachi, but the revolving sushi restaurant that they have here on board, which I haven't done the research, but I think is relatively new. They've just put the revolving sushi here. So let's check in and sit down. We might not be talking to you during this meal.
It is, yeah, because
voiceover.
Yeah, because it does look like it's pretty intimate as far as like spacing. Like you're right next to another party, so we'll respect their dining experience. So we probably will do a voiceover for this.
Yes. All right, let's check in. Yeah.
Okay, so we are all set, and like we mentioned, you can see across from us, the seating is very close. So that's, I believe, 3 different parties sat across from us, and then eventually 4 possibly.
Well, 3, but there's like 4 chairs on each side.
Right, and so I'm gonna try to talk on the mic before other parties get sat next to us. But you can see right in front of us the rotating sushi plates.
And I'm gonna pull a sushi plate.
And he's gonna take that one. And so our server kind of mentioned to us the breakdown of the menu.
There's prepaid and a la carte.
Yeah, so there's prepaid and a la carte. And so what we're doing, what we have, we can choose from 4 of the ones on the conveyor belt here. We can do 1 soup, noodle, or salad, 1 entree, and then 1 dessert. And so we're gonna talk about some of the ones that we get.
Hello, this is voiceover Brian. Let me reiterate what TJ just mentioned. That selection that he's just said was for each person. So each person got to choose 4 plates from the sushi conveyor belt. All the sushi tasted fresh. It was delicious. I'm a sushi guy, so I was in heaven here. And honestly, we were full by the time even our appetizer came, because outside of those 4 plates, you get an appetizer and then an entree. TJ got the fried rice and I got the noodles for my appetizer. This hand roll came a little bit late because it was made super fresh. It wasn't on the conveyor belt, but we wanted it and requested it, so they made it fresh for us and dropped it at our seats. Both of us got the steak for our entree. The steak was so tender here. For dessert, we had the fried bananas and the ice cream, or what you would say the tempura bananas. We stepped outside of the restaurant. Now we're in the cocktail bar. And I thought that was a really nice experience.
I agree. Thinking that.
For the price of that, you get a lot for the price. It's $50. And even after the first 4 plates, I was starting to get full after those first 4 plates of sushi.
I agree, yeah. By the time we got to the main course, I was already like, how am I going to finish this? We didn't. I didn't finish the rice.
Yeah, I didn't. On the steak, I didn't finish the rice. The steak was very tender. In fact, I think it was better than butcher's cut.
Ooh, well, I don't know about that.
Mine was.
I was going to say it was very similar to last night, how it was seasoned, being seasoned very well.
Mine was better than butcher's cut.
I think my butcher's cut was very good.
And the sushi was fresh, and it was like cold on the plate. Like it was
spicy tuna.
Yeah. The hand roll was really good, and I got 2. She accidentally brought me out another one.
And she was like, "Can we keep this a secret?"
Yeah, so it's not a secret anymore. I got one extra plate for free. But I'm full, and it was a really nice experience. I think super unique for a ship. Kind of reminds me of Virgin Voyages. They were the first to have the Korean barbecue, and I think we're going to confirm if this ship, I think, is the first to have revolving sushi. Service, once again, excellent.
Yeah, as always.
Very good service, very friendly service. So another win tonight. Why would you come here? Once again, even though I think it would be fun to come with a group of friends to this one. So, if you sit across from each other.
I was going to say, yeah, if you had like a group of 8, you could all sit 4 and 4 across from each other. So that'd be fun.
Yeah, but also it's a little bit intimate too, if you want it to be.
Even with it being like, kind of like, not in the elements, but like open to people walking by, it never felt like we were just like in the middle of it all.
Yeah, you're kind of in a pathway on the ship, but it's okay because it's not a high traffic area on the ship. It's in the specialty restaurants section of the ship.
Right.
So overall, we loved it, and I would definitely 100% come back to the revolving sushi place.
Yes. All right, so we'll see you on night 3.
Yes, tomorrow night, and we're going to Ocean Key, the restaurant, which is their seafood restaurant.
Yep.
We are seated, and they gave us our own booth, so we're going to talk to you during this meal. This restaurant is like not super huge. I think it's split in 2, but still it's not super huge. In fact, all of their specialty diners, except for Butcher's Cut, is pretty big. Because I think probably they have a lot of people who want to do steakhouse. So we have ordered already. We did each get a glass of wine, and we've ordered. You're going to see our food as it comes, and we have our bread service. So let me show you our bread. There's 3 different types of bread. It looks like there's a croissant type of bread there at the front. Then there is a white and a wheat kind of mini baguette with, it looks like some kind of, I don't know, some kind of tomato or maybe an olive tapenade, and then looks like we have some butter there. For my appetizer, I had the soft shell crab. It was very good. It was fried, perfectly like tender, kind of like airy too. Like it wasn't too, the batter wasn't too heavy on it. It was a very good bite. Light in flavor. The sauce they had accompanying it was very nice. So thumbs up to that for sure. It wasn't like a heavy appetizer to start, which was nice. It was light. The bread has been good so far, though. This croissant, it is like a croissant roll type thing. It's very, very flaky. But TJ had probably the winner of the 2, even though they were both good. He had the lobster mac and cheese, and he's going to talk about it.
Yeah, so I had the lobster mac and cheese, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. I was a little hesitant because for lunch we went back up to the buffet. The mac and cheese was very lackluster. It was very like wet, and I took like a few bites and I was like, I'm good. But this mac and cheese was nice and creamy, and then the cheese pool was perfection. So we're off to a really good start with that one. So I'm excited for my entree.
We are all finished with our entree, and my red snapper was very good. I chose to have it pan seared rather than grilled, and it was perfect. It was just the right texture, and I couldn't have asked for more. The potatoes were a little bland because they were listed, this was a side, they were listed as Greek lemon potatoes, and they didn't have a flavor of lemon at all. They were kind of just basic potatoes, but my entree, that snapper, was delicious. So I would highly recommend getting that one. It was the fish of the day, so it changes out.
Let's talk about my shrimp and grits. And so when he brought that out, he brought 2 separate plates. One for the actual grits and then one for the shrimp. And for a split second, I was about to be like, oh wait, I'm sorry, I don't think this is the right one, but it was just pulled apart. I'm so used to shrimp and grits being just clumped together. But it was seasoned very well. The shrimp, it was so easy to pull apart. And then the grits, they were a little watery, but not bad at all. I would definitely get that one again. And then it came with, I'll copy what Brian said about the potatoes. Very lackluster, not much to them. But those shrimp and grits, they were amazing. And I love that. I was referring to last night, our dinner, how even before we got to the entree, I was so full. But by the time we got to the entree here, I wasn't full. And so I'm feeling great. I don't feel like heavy or gross. So I'm ready to take on dessert, which I got the tiramisu. So I'm excited for that to come out.
My pavlova was absolutely fantastic. There was I think a strawberry sorbet and then a vanilla ice cream in the middle with whipped cream on top, fresh berries, and a drizzle of strawberry drizzle, I guess you would call it. It was delicious. It was perfect for a hot day. If you've ever had pavlova, it's super light. Actually, I think it comes it's really popular in Australia, and they make it for Christmas in Australia because it's the summertime there, and so it's a very nice, light, refreshing dessert to have in the hot months. So that's the story behind the pavlova, but it was fantastic. And before TJ talks about his dessert, I will talk about his dessert for him. I don't like tiramisu, and his tiramisu was very good. The reason why I don't like tiramisu, I like the flavors. I don't like it when it's soggy and soupy, and his was not.
Yeah, I don't get why he doesn't like tiramisu, but me on the other hand, I love it. It's very good. I like that. I'll piggyback on him again. When it's hot outside, I would do that on a hot day outside because it's a little wet and soggy. But this one wasn't overtly wet and soggy. Normally they are. This one was not, and it was so good. Especially the powder on top, the cocoa powder, it was so good. So now we're gonna wrap up. Our server Ben was amazing, but we're gonna wrap up and we're gonna give you our final thoughts.
That wraps it up for our signature dining here on MSC Seashore.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, thumbs up.
Yes.
So we can't tell you about the main dining room, but we can definitely tell you the food and the service here and the signature dining area is fantastic.
It's been amazing.
Yeah, if you dine here every night, you'll start to recognize the faces, and they'll recognize you as well. So I think the most food you're gonna get is at Kaito, the Japanese sushi restaurant. There was so much food. Like TJ said, we were full by the time the entree came. But I really like tonight too.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I would rank kind of tonight and the sushi restaurant tied, and Butcher's in the third spot. Though it wasn't bad. Butcher's Cut wasn't bad by any means. That's just my preference on the order. For tonight, there was larger parties coming into Ocean Keys. So even though we said it's really nice for intimate dining, you can also do a bigger group in there if you want.
So reasons to dine.
Reasons to dine,
Probably
if you
that,
want
yeah.
privacy-ish, I guess. I don't know how crammed the main dining room is, but if you want a little bit more privacy, quieter moments, it is kind of quieter over here on this side of the ship. You can hear a little noise over to my right, but that's because we're kind of closer to the main atrium. But yeah, a little bit more privacy.
Like you mentioned, they have the capability to have bigger parties in there, so that's an option if you wanted to do that.
Now, in the main dining room, you're going to probably have fish dishes, you're going to have steak dishes, but you're not going to have the sushi and the teppanyaki.
Correct.
So if you want to do those special experiences with the sushi or the teppanyaki, this is definitely a reason to come over here.
Overall, I've enjoyed all of the specialty dining. I'd actually flip the order of my favorites. I loved Butcher's Cut, so that's probably my top. Not to say the other two were bad, but Butcher's Cut was definitely a standout for me. So yeah, I feel like everyone's experience with specialty dining will be different, but all of it will be amazing.
Thank you so much to MSC for hosting us.
Yes, thank you.
At the Signature Dining, all 3 nights of our sailing, so we really appreciate our relationship with MSC, and there's lots of people who are walking by. It's getting a little noisier.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to end the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. Let us know what your favorite specialty dining on MSC is, or which one you want to try the most.
And make sure to check out our other MSC videos as well.
And we will see you guys next time right here.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.